By the end of today's video, you're going to know the truth about clearing subconscious blocks, and I guarantee that it is way simpler than you think it is. So let yourself know that this is easy, that you allow this to be easy, and let's just dig straight into it, shall we? So as you can see, we've got another whiteboard video today. For those of you that prefer the talking head videos, they will be back. It's just, I don't know, these things that I've been discussing in the last few videos have just felt easier to explain with the whiteboard. And I know that some of you are visual learners as well, so, you know, it doesn't hurt, right? Okay, so first we get to think about what is a block, right? So a block equals a belief. Yeah, a block is just a belief. It is just a story that you tell yourself over and over, because a belief is just a repeated thought. Yeah, belief is nothing more than a repeated thought, something that you have thought and thought and thought and thought and thought. Yeah, and generally we get these repeated thoughts through what we're told. Yeah, we hear it from other people and then we embody it. Yeah, so it's things that we've been told, or it's things that we tell ourselves. Yeah, but essentially it is just a repeated thought. But as soon as you get an awareness of the thought, as soon as we get the awareness of the thought, then it becomes a decision. Yeah, becomes a decision. So as soon as you get really good at identifying the thought, then you're able to catch it and say, okay, well, is this a thought that I want to carry on believing? Yeah, is this a thought that I have decided is true, or can I change my mind about it? Yeah, and I'll tell you why this is so important. It's because whatever thoughts you predominantly think creates your illusion of self. So it creates your self-concept, it creates what you believe to be true about the world in general, and it creates a belief about other people as well, and how other people respond to you. Yeah? If you are constantly thinking a thought that says that I'm not lovable or I can't earn money, then that's what you believe to be true about you. And everything that you believe to be true about you is true for you. Yeah? These are the subconscious beliefs that we're talking about. So you get to change the story, right? So let's imagine, look at me getting all creative. We have two buckets, yeah? These are my two buckets. We have the chosen reality, or the desired reality. And this is the undesired. That isn't going to fit in the bucket. Undesired reality. Yeah. Now, if we have little Janet on the planet here, she is thinking thoughts, right? She's either thinking green thoughts or she's thinking pink thoughts. Now, green thoughts, she's like, oh, yep, this aligns with my chosen reality. And they go in this bucket. And then she's thinking pink thoughts, and pink thoughts go, oh, no, this is the reality that I've already got. And they go in this bucket, yeah? So depending on what these thoughts are, your buckets are going to get bigger, yeah? So where we are thinking more pink thoughts, this pink bucket is going to get bigger than the green bucket. And this is generally what we do, right? So we think things like, like I said before, not lovable. Not lovable, can't make money. Whoops. Can't make money, can't get clients. And all of these feed this undesired reality. And so it gets really, really big. Yeah. But if we stopped thinking these thoughts, if we stopped thinking, I'm not lovable, can't make money, blah, 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 and we only focused on the chosen reality, thinking thoughts that were in alignment with our chosen reality, like, I'm so lovable, I'm so lovable, everybody loves me, I'm always supported. Yeah, all of these ones, always. Making money is easy. Money. Yeah, then that means that this one grows. And as this one grows, yeah, let me call this desired. I know I've just changed it, but never mind. Yeah, as we focus on this one, then this one will shrink because it's not being fed anymore. Whichever bucket you feed the most is the bucket that's going to grow, right? Whatever reality, because this one is now diminished, and we're not thinking these anymore, then this reality just fades away because this belief system just fades away. Yeah. And this undesired reality, eventually, there you go. This eventually just dissolves away because you are no longer feeding it. Yeah, the neural pathways that lead to this reality are no longer in place because they've been replaced by the thoughts that feed the desired reality. Yeah. So what we need to do then, like fundamentally, is to get really, really, really good at catching our thoughts. Yeah. So what we need to do is get good at catching thoughts. Yeah. Let me bring him there. Yeah, we need to get really, really good at catching our thoughts. And one way to do that is by meditating. Because when we are in that calmness, that stillness, we are able to monitor the thoughts that come into our heads. Yeah, we can just let some of them just float on by without attaching any meaning to them, without attaching any credence to them, any weight to them. Just let them float. Oh, and like you can think, oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I had that thought. That's not a thought that I choose to carry with me anymore. I'm going to rework it or think a better feeling thought that is more in alignment with my desired reality. Yeah. And meditating is fantastic for just training your brain to do that. Yeah. Like one thing that people don't seem to realize about this whole manifestation thing, about this whole like subconscious belief reprogramming, is that it's less about out there and it's more about in here. In fact, it is all about in here. Manifestation is self-mastery. It's nothing else. It's not manipulating the 3D reality, right? It's all about self-mastery. It's about mastering your thoughts, mastering what you are paying attention to. Yeah. So it's all about self-mastery. And number two way of getting good at catching your thoughts is to notice how you're responding to situations. You're responding to situations. Because it's the response that lets you know what your underlying belief is. Yeah. If you say you're waiting for a contract to be signed and it hasn't come in and at the time that you thought it was coming in, what is your go-to? What is your go-to thought? Do you automatically think they're not going to sign that contract? Or do you think, oh, the contract's signed, it's just coming? The contract's already signed. This is already my client. I know that to be true. That is my truth. So notice how you're responding to situations. Are you feeding the bucket, the desired bucket, or the undesired bucket? Yeah. Because you can literally catch them. You can catch them and say, which bucket is this? Which bucket am I feeding? Which reality am I growing here? Because whichever bucket you're putting your thoughts into, that's the reality that is going to grow bigger and stronger and more prevalent in your life. And I know that there's going to be some people that's going to say, oh, it's not that easy. It's just not that easy to catch your thoughts. But I guarantee you that it is, yeah? It is if you practice it. If you practice something, it gets easier. You were not born knowing how to catch a ball. You had to practice catching a ball when you were little, yeah? You didn't know when you were little how to tie your shoelaces. You had to practice tying your shoelaces, and now it's second nature. If you drive a car, then the first time you ever got behind the steering wheel, it was kind of a bit crazy. You had all these things to pay attention to. But then it became second nature because you just kept doing it. Yeah. So one of the things that I have got on my phone is every single hour I have an alarm that goes off, or it's just like a little bleep, bleep. And with a little message that says, who are you being? Where is your focus? Is my focus on the desired reality, or is it on the undesired reality? And I get to monitor that every single hour. I get to catch my thoughts every hour and say, yeah, no, that's a really good point, Janet. What have you been thinking about? What have you been thinking about right now? Where has your attention been? Because it's where you place your attention is the bucket that you're feeding. Yeah, the reality that you're going to be growing. And the more you do this, the more you understand that, yeah, I'm constantly thinking different types of thoughts, and that relays to the belief system that you're holding. Now, so many people enjoy going down this like introspection rabbit hole, yeah, and we can stay there for a really long time if we choose to, but it doesn't have to be that deep. It really doesn't. One question that you can ask, right, once you have realized how you're responding to the situation, one really good question that you can ask, yeah, and I got this from Bashar, and I really like Bashar, yeah, is what needs to be true for me to respond this way? What needs to be true for me to respond this way? That's a question that you can ask yourself, and you don't really have to go any deeper than that, because as soon as you as soon as you uncover this belief, as soon as it becomes conscious instead of unconscious, then it generally just dissolves away. It really does become a decision to keep believing it. Yeah. Once you've uncovered the belief, once you've uncovered the thought pattern, the pattern of behavior, then you don't, it just dissolves. It's not in control of you anymore. Once you see it, then you're the one that's in control of it rather than it being unconsciously in control of you. Yeah, I hope that all makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions whatsoever. Now, this is the work that I do with my clients who, in my signature program, are typically 6- and 7-figure business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders in their field who do feel blocked. They know that there is so much more available for them, but they just can't seem to reach it. I help you to get the more that you're looking for without the burnout or imposter syndrome or anything like that. But there are also so many other ways of working with me. So even if you're not quite at that level yet, but maybe you want to be, then the link to join me on a call is in the description. And in the meantime, you're going to find another video just there that's going to take you into the 3 types of subconscious blocks that I come across the most. All right, my friends, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.